fancy meeting you here in the office. It's me, Panda Maru Jaws. And today I want to tell you guys what I've been doing for all of February. For all of February, every day on Instagram, I've been posting a Black character for Black History Month. So I know the month's not over, but I feel like a video of days 1 through 28 might be too long, so I decided to break it up. So I just want to show you guys what I've been doing, and let's get it going. Yeah. I made a Pinterest reference board for each and every one of these, and I did almost all of them in Procreate. The plan was actually to do them all in Photoshop, but I was getting used to my new tablet. It was taking too long. I have a tiny baby, so it was just a lot easier to do it in Procreate. Day one, it's Susie from the Rugrats. We know her, we love her. I had some issues with Susie because one, I was just getting back into digital drawing again, and two, like I said, I was getting used to my new display tablet. It is an XP Pen 24. I do believe it is an R. It's the one without the buttons. So it didn't go as quick as I wanted it to. Just so you guys know, I said, oh, I'm only going to spend 3 hours working on each and every one of these because that's feasible, and even if I have to stop and go, I can still get them done every single day. The plan also was to have a lot of them already done before I had even started, just in case something happened. I would still be able to finish the project, but life got in the way, as life does, and I am just barely one day ahead as we currently speak. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just really wanted to do something nice and fun and kind of like sweet during Black History Month. I don't know what I'll be doing next year, if I'll be doing anything next year, but I just thought that this was like a fun, cool little thing to do. And because I did want to rejuvenate or revitalize this YouTube channel, I thought, oh, this would be a fun thing to record and experience. So yeah, that's what I did. I honestly, just getting the references together was really tedious. Like, you would think I had a Pinterest board, it'd be easy, but it kind of wasn't. Also, a lot of my poses were super stiff and I do not care for it. And I'm still trying to work on this even, at this day of recording. But yeah, here's Miss Susie. Day one, complete, done. Day two, Tiana. This is when I just said, man, we gotta keep this moving. We gotta go to Procreate. It's also when I said I want to do a little bit more with the background. So I had dreams of grandeur for Tiana. I had all these like pretty pictures of like cosplayers and like these beautiful ball gowns that they had made. And once again, I don't think there's probably 2 or 3 of these that I spent less than 3 hours on. Every single one of them, I was way over time. I was doing way too much. I was taking way too long. I didn't understand how to use clipping masks. I was doing this, that, and the other, and it just all took forever, including Miss Tiana. I'm not super satisfied with how she came out, but I mean, I got it done. This is just for me, so it doesn't matter how it looks, but yeah, I do. If I could go back, I would do a lot more to her dress and to her face. And I'll just, leave it at that. But yeah, Tiana completed on day 2. Here she is in all her glory. Our favorite, Tiana. Number 3 was Penny Proud, and I did part of it in Photoshop, and I forgot to record because it doesn't automatically record like Procreate. But once again, I was taking too long, so I had to throw that bad boy into Procreate. So the Penny Proud one is super short, just like the Penny Proud one. Did not take me a lot of time. Really love her dress. Wish I would have did a little more with the posing. I'm not the best at expressions, but that is one other thing that I have noticed and do want to work on. And I'm glad that at least I got to, do these and experience these and really learn what I am and am not good at. My posing is kind of stiff. My expressions are kind of stiff. And, hands aren't the best. But at least I'm not afraid to do hands anymore. They might not all be good, but I'm not afraid of them. And I think that's great. So this is Penny Proud. I just did a background, which is like the shoot of like her living room. Just a like real simple thing, just to get it out there. So Penny Proud, one and done. Number 4, Gerald from Hey Arnold. Loved it. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I spent way too much time working on his background, but I really, really liked it. So I think that's all that really matters, right? As long as you really like it, does it really matter how long you spend on it? I don't know. Maybe it does. The Gerald one is kind of simple. I really like the kind of like sketchy quality I gave to his face. I think that as time go on, I really kind of smooth that out, and I don't know if I agree with it or not. But you know, it's done. One thing about Gerald that I do regret, I spend so much time on these little gems that go on his crown, and then when I size them down, you can't even see them. Like, they're so tiny. What was I thinking? What was I doing? Also, once again, had not figured out how to use clipping mask yet. But yeah, this is Gerald. One and done. I'm gonna stop saying one and done, because it's gonna get annoying if every time I finish I say one and done. Number 5 is obviously number 5. Like, of course. It doesn't even need to be said. I was heavily inspired by Isley Barbie's interpretation of number 5, and I do have that sticker somewhere. This is another day where I spent way too long on the background, but I was like up at 3 a.m. with my baby. I was delirious, and honestly, I had a ton of fun. And I'm really proud because you guys, I used to have such a fear of doing backgrounds, and I did a background for each and every one of them. Some better than others, but I did it. And I'm proud of me. You know, I feel like as artists, a lot of times we're our worst critics, myself included. But you know, I really did that, and it was fun, and I think I like doing it, and I want to continue doing it. So thank you to this again for that, because you know, it's hard to live in fear and just have anxieties about things that you love to do. And I think a lot of us have that problem where we turn a lot of our hobbies into things that make us money, and then they're not fun anymore. Like, this is what makes me money, not much, but this is what makes me money, but I still want it to be fun. I still want to have a good time doing it. That's why I went through all the trouble of getting my stupid BFA in the first place. So yeah, this is number 5. Like I said, I'm not gonna say one and done. Number 6, Riley from the Boondocks. This one, I'm just going to be honest, my least favorite. I don't know why. I think I just have a hard time translating the way Riley looks into my style. I put a lot of emphasis in noses, and Riley has a very, you know, anime-esque nose. This is the one time I didn't do the background. I just got one of those, like, mugshot height things, and then, you know, guesstimated how tall I thought Riley was, and did it. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I think his coat looks great though. So that's one thing. Also, I've been doing reels on Instagram because Instagram wants you to do reels. The Boondocks theme is not on there, and I could not believe that. Like, they've got all this other crazy mess, but you don't have the Boondocks theme. But anyway, whatever, it's fine. I don't even care. Yeah, I think even now, with all the ones that I've completed so far, Riley is my least favorite, and that makes me sad because Riley is such a fun character, and I really think that people don't give Regina King enough credit for the duality of Huey and Riley, because she did do both voices, if you were unaware about that. But yeah, here's Riley looking fresh in his coat. Are we on 7? We're on 7. Day 7. Static Shock. Y'all, I fought for my life during this one. I think Static took the absolute longest. Those hands. And then I tried to do something new with the eyes. It was stupid. I don't know why I'm trying to do all these new things. It's crazy. This was such a struggle. I like gave up like 3 times during Static. Even now, I'm like stressed out because of it. Like, Static whooped my ass. Static came in here like I was a bang baby doing crime and just floored me. It was awful, and I love Static so much, and so it really, I think my love for Static is what pushed me through it. Also, by this time, like, people on my Instagram were like, I can't wait to see all of them, it's gonna look so cool. So I was like, oh, now there's expectations, I gotta keep going. But yeah, Static really he really did that. And yeah, I just, you know, I'm glad I got through it. Static was another one that, like, I had more intentions with him than came out. I don't think his pose is crazy stiff. I think his expression is way too neutral. I kind of wanted him to look a little flirty because the next person with him. It was supposed to be like they were looking at each other, like Static and the next person that we'll get to were almost like flirting with each other, but that did not translate, and I feel bad about it. Okay, so now I can tell you who the next person is. It's Storm. So I was gonna have it like Static was making like a static electricity heart at Storm, and Storm was like, oh my gosh, you're so cute, like that kind of thing. But it just, no, it didn't happen. Like, I found a cute pose for Storm, but yeah, Storm was another one that really just whooped my ass. Like, she told Static to hold her beer and she just went in. And to have them back to back, like, you know, when I was designing this and making my little calendar and planning it, I was like, oh, this is going to be so cute. This is going to be so smart. But I realize now what I should have done is done like a simplistic one and then like a more complicated one, so that I could, like, you know, go back and forth, like have easier days and have softer days, because Storm and Static are both comic book characters, and comic book characters do not translate very well into my style. So it was really hard for me to kind of modulate, especially with the time constraints that I was giving myself, because I have to do a lot of other things just in life, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. But yeah, I really wanted to do a lot more with her hair than I got to do. Like, I wanted to put a lot more detail into it and give it like a more kind of like puffy texture that I really don't think conveyed. I also wanted her suit to look more shiny than it does. Like, there's an attempt that was made, but I mean, you see it. It's not the greatest. But yeah, here she is. Here's what I got done, and I'm proud. Okay, Jody was nice to me, and I am forever grateful, because everybody else was very mean and it hurt my feelings so much. But Jody was simple, Jody was nice. I didn't really put a lot of thought into Jody because I was very tired, especially after, like I said, the Storm Static combo. Jody's hands are not good. We all see them. We're all looking at them. It's not good. Also, I didn't even do the other hand, because by this time I figured out, like, I'm just gonna cut it off, so like, what's the point? But yeah, it's not a good hand. Some days you do good hands, and some days you do bad hands, and this was a bad hand day. Also, I think that her braids look really stiff. I wanted them to be kind of flowy and nice, and I just think that they look kind of stiff and a little silly. Yeah. Sorry, Jody. You deserve better too. You're really pretty. I hope you get your show. Vince. Did you guys know that Vince from Recess's last name was LaSalle? Because I didn't. But yeah, Vince was easy. Like I said, maybe I should have integrated some of these easier characters in between all my comic book characters. Maybe I wouldn't have been so stressed out if I had thought things through better. I did have a little bit of trouble with Vince because I don't usually draw like younger men or like, you know, children, boys. So I kind of feel like I didn't capture, like, Vince has like a, you know, like a chubbier face, but not like a round face. Also, everybody's hairline, not everybody, there's a lot of people's hairlines that I did not do justice. I've never done a flat top before, and I was just trying. But yeah, I don't think that's exactly how his hairline should be. I'm just gonna say it like that. Yeah. I don't think I ever got his eyes quite right either, now that I'm, you know, looking at it. And I think that that's also something that will follow me through a lot of these. I don't think that I don't think, like, you know, so when you're looking at something, your eyes like focus in, and so I don't think that that's the right angle that they should be at. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. I didn't draw Miles Morales upside down. I drew him right side up and then flipped it. But through the magic of Procreate, if I hadn't told you guys, you would have never known. You would have never known. I've already given you the spiel about superheroes. He was kind of hard to do. I'm just going to tell you now, his suit does not look very good. Also, I tried to do like this like water painterly kind of thing. I just cut it out because it was so unsuccessful. And once again, I don't know why I keep trying to do all this different stuff when I've already given myself the time constraint of 3 hours. Like, this is not the time. This is not the time. But you know what? Honestly, of the superhero ones, I think that Miles Morales, everybody's favorite Spider-Man, might have been the gentlest on me, and I do appreciate that. He really is the sunflower. A. Is that how that goes? Also, I use like the spray painty thing for his like little spider and stuff, and I think it looks good. I think it looks good. Okay, Cyborg. Whew. I've never drawn like sci-fi robot parts before, and I think I was so focused on the fact that I had never done sci-fi robot parts that I just really did not do Cyborg his justice. He is such a fun character. I'm thinking of the Cyborg from like the Teen Titans show. You know, he's just such a fun, cool character, and I just feel like his pose is so stiff, his expression is so default, and I was just so worried about, oh, is it gonna look like, you know, glass, or is this gonna translate as like robotic? And I might make a list of ones that I want to retouch up on and like redo, and if I do, I think Cyborg and Miss Jody are gonna be at the top of it, because once again, I really, you know, I picked all these characters because they meant something to me. You know, I had some kind of connection with them. I like watched them when I was a kid, or like, you know, in watching them currently and stuff like that. So I don't want to do any of them an injustice, especially during Black History Month. Especially during Black History Month. So that thing on his chin, I was trying to do hatch lines. No. I kept it, but no. But here's Cyborg. Also, Gaussian blur. Okay. I love Valerie Gray. I love Danny Phantom, but I super duper love Valerie Gray, and I'm so sad that they never got together. Would you guys want a video or something where I just drew all my like weird like you know, OTPs? Or no? You know what, I might do it anyway. I need the content. But yeah, Valerie had a lot of fun with. I don't think I got her proportions exactly right. As you know, Valerie is thick with 2 C's, and I think that I made her thick, but I think I made her thick in the way that like comic book artists, some comic book artists draw women, like, you know, thick in the thighs, thick in the waist, thick in the right place, you know, kind of thing. And you know, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be, you know, true to the character. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I need to work on drawing like different body types. Also, never got her hoverboard in the right position. I could not figure it out. I spent so long trying to figure it out, and I never got it right. I just had to give up. And I'm sorry. Why does it have that split in it? That doesn't make any sense. There's so much less room for your feet, Valerie. I know she didn't make her own hoverboard, but I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense for there to be that huge split in the middle of it. And what's the angle that it's supposed to be at? I was like abusing the distort tool, trying to get it to the right thing, and it just never happens. I don't know. I guess I'll stop ranting about it. This is the best I could do. Once again, 3-hour timeline. And I like it. I do think that the Valerie one is really cool. I didn't use complete black. It's like a really dark red. And I think that kind of ties the piece together. You guys can let me know if you agree or disagree. But yeah, I thought it was like, you know, pretty good, pretty cool. This is when I started doing more like trying to play with the light and stuff on people's faces and stuff. I didn't do it on her body, obviously. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have. But yeah. And this is the finished piece. I think it looks good, but once again, you can tell, like, where would her feet be? Okay, 14, Ruby Road. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering the plot of The Fifth Element, but I thought Ruby Road hosted some kind of, like, DJ love show. But when I told people that, they were like, no, it's just a radio show. It's just like a radio show, and that's it. And that made me feel really silly, because I specifically picked Ruby Road to be on Valentine's Day, because I was like, oh, it would make so much sense because he is the love DJ. But I guess I made that up. Anyway, I got so excited about the fact that I figured out how to make like a leopard pattern on his little suit. This is when I finally figure out Clipping Mask that I completely and totally forgot to put any shadows anywhere else on his suit. So yeah, that's a silly thing that I did. Also, thank God for cosplayers. Cosplayers, you're really out here just saving my ass, because now it's not like I'm just doing a screenshot. Now I can kind of figure out like what some of these ridiculous things would look like on real people. I know that Ruby Road is a real, well, Chris Tucker is a real person, but you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not just me like, okay, here's the one picture that I have to do it something like this, or at least similar to this. Am I making sense? Anyway, this is what I got. Really wish I had put some shadows on there because it looks kind of silly and flat without it. Okay, 15. It's Valerie Brown, not to be confused with Valerie Gray. And this one is another short one because if you watched my last video, you would know all about it, and you would know that I did most of it in Photoshop because I was testing out my new Huion Express key that Huion is not talking about for some reason, and I don't know why. Also, I didn't say it in that video, you can use that thing for like on your iPad and stuff, and I think I will make some kind of quick follow-up video just talking about it. Also, never drawn a bass guitar before. Did I do a great job? No, but I did do a job. As one of my professors once told me, sometimes you don't have to get it right, you just gotta turn it in. And this was definitely a you just gotta turn it in situation. But I think that I really put my foot in this Valerie one. Like, it looks really good, in my opinion. I almost forgot her ears, but I didn't. But I didn't. Like, look at that. That's like kind of cool, right? Here's my calendar. Here is everybody up to day 15. Obviously, I put them on every day and every week. I put on a full one if you want to go to my Instagram and check it out. And also, I do other stuff. I don't just do digital art. Here is some of my traditional art that I've done that I'm like super duper proud of. Just in case you guys want to come over to my Instagram and see what that expensive BFA got me, it's this. I really appreciate you guys saying and looking at this and just watching my videos, and I'll film an outro and we will say bye to each other. But bye, you guys. Hey you guys, it's me again. So I hope you really enjoyed that. I do have a lot of other stuff planned. Obviously, there's going to be a part 2 to this video. I've been thinking about doing like a workspace tour. You can see the claw office. It's not very big, so it won't take very long. You can see some of my art materials if you want. I've been also trying to get like more into like doing comics and sequential art. I got some stuff planned, is all I'm trying to say. But if there's anything you guys would like to see, let me know. I'm not saying I'll do it, but I would like to hear from you guys. Like I've been saying before, I would like this to just be a community of artists so we can talk, you know, look at each other's work, share everything, you know, that kind of stuff. Just real cool, real casual kind of things. So if you guys want to do that too, then, you know, here I am. You can follow me on Instagram too. It's the same thing, Pandamaru draws. And, you know, let's just keep it chill and fun. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.